I'm so excited. Welcome to the SwitchGrocery Live. Or is it the
Yeah,
Keto
that's
Chow
right.
Live? Or is it
It's
both?
on. You scheduled it. I don't know. We'll call it the Switch Grocery Live. How about that?
It's all good. I've got two Keto Chow things here that I'm just going to sneak peek you. This is a blueberry pie,
Mm,
Ooh, nice.
and that's my dinner. And
Okay,
this is a chocolate ice cream.
nice.
nice.
Keto
Okay,
Chow. I'm excited. So, do we start with an intro? Because I think everybody knows who you are.
sure.
Tell us your standard intro. I love that intro that you
Oh,
guys.
okay. Let's see.
Hi, I'm Miriam and
And
COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also a co-founder, president, and the tech guy behind Keto Chow. Except, well, Neha's doing the tech stuff today. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to ours and Switch Grocery's YouTube
Yeah,
channels,
yeah.
and then you can find out about our Keto Chow happenings. Thanks so much for watching.
That's
Oh my
right.
gosh. I love this. You guys are seasoned pros, I gotta say.
Yeah,
I'll
I
introduce
can even think about other stuff while I'm saying that.
no. Mm, well, I'm Neha, and we are the Canadian distributor for Keto Chow. We run an online grocery store with products that are hard to find in your typical large grocery stores. And tonight is 10 questions from
Ooh,
Canada with the two Keto Chow founders sitting right in front of us.
Nice.
okay.
So I'm excited. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to look at the questions or not, but
Yep. Well, I looked at them. Did you look at them?
No.
They're actually in the description of the video.
Oh, well, that was smart.
I'm kind of excited. I like pulling out the comments. It's like super, super
Perfect.
fun.
Yeah, do it.
I love it
I
too.
love it. This is my favorite. I just placed my first order for Keto Chow. I can't wait to try it.
Yay!
Yay!
Miriam always recommends you start with the flavor you think you're going to like the
That's
least.
right. You might be
Oh,
surprised.
why do you say that?
Because sometimes you just get the variety pack or whatever, and you're like, oh, I know I'll like chocolate, I'll like banana, I'll like this, but
Yeah.
I think I probably won't like strawberry or
Or
something like that.
vanilla.
And you may try it and be surprised that you like it.
Nice.
So that's
It's
the
it's
reason.
Vancouver
good to
Island from Mazatlan.
I know. This is so exciting. Hi, Lori. Oh, I love this. Neha, you need a sardine keto chow. Do
Nope.
I? We're taking flavor recommendations. Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to get to flavors, aren't we?
We totally are. So I first want to start off with Black Friday in Canada, which is what we're
Yep.
doing. So you know that we every Tuesday we send out an email in Canada for a flavor of the week. And this week, every flavor is flavor of the week because
Ooh,
every large bag and sample, I mean, one single serving is 10% off.
Nice.
So that's pretty amazing. There's no discount code needed. Um,
Oh,
it's kind of
nice.
it's kind of like a secret Black Friday right now because I don't know why I just lowered my voice, but it's because only we only sent the email to it's only like download email and text and our Facebook group. So we haven't really announced that our Black Friday is live because we want
Mm.
everybody else to like basically get all the flavors in case we get cleaned out.
Okay. Yeah, and
Hmm.
we have to ship all the stuff up to Canada, and then it takes a while to get it in. So, boy,
It
I
does.
hope you don't sell out.
Well, on Thursday, this is my other question for you. We're launching a mystery flavor with
Hmm.
you. I'm just putting an X because I don't even know what it is. What is it? Mystery flavor? I don't even know
It's
what I'm
mystery
not.
flavor.
it's mysterious.
Okay, so I got a lot of questions today in my Instagram DMs about can you give us a hint or are we not hinting or can you tell us what inspired it? And then someone's commented and said, is it Steve's flavor?
So, let's let's start with: is it Steve's flavor?
Okay.
No, it's
No, it's
not Steve's
not.
flavor.
It is not Steve's flavor.
Good to know.
That'll be something different.
And this is
Okay.
Steve from Serious Keto, right?
That's correct.
Right,
So it's
right.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
not Serious Keto's flavor. That'll
Okay.
come later.
Okay.
Moving on. This is completely different. What inspired it? I wanted it. I just wanted it
Did you
really a lot.
I
Oh
don't
yeah.
remember that.
Oh, I have been
You want some gross
championing
flavor
this
sometimes, though.
flavor for a while.
Have you been?
And oh yeah. And Miriam, she's been kind of about it, but
It's good though.
yeah, oh, it's fantastic. I brought home 6 of them tonight. And I'm probably going to make them into a Ninja CREAMi, which we're going to talk about
Yes.
later.
Yeah.
We might even
Because-
have an appearance from my co-founder who
Right?
made it.
Well, because Amanda was saying that she needs to watch videos on how to make Keto Chow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, so we're really looking forward to the surprise flavor. And a bunch of people are like, why are you doing it as a surprise? Why not tell anybody about it?
Because it's fun.
What was it? I think it was 2 years ago we did
We did a question mark flavor.
a question mark flavor as part of a Christmas bundle.
Oh, yes.
And a lot of people really enjoyed that. The flavor was fantastic. It was apple pie. And we decided we had this flavor coming up, and we're like, that would be perfect for Black Friday, but let's make it a mystery. So it will be, now, I don't know about Canada, but in the United States, we're making it available at midnight Eastern time.
Yep.
Very late Thursday night, very early Friday morning, whatever you prefer.
Midnight.
Yeah, midnight.
In the dark times.
But we're not going to tell anybody what it is until December 1st.
Okay.
So
'Cause
what
we
about
want
you
people
guys?
to be able to open their mail and be like, "Yay, I'm surprised."
As long as you don't have like 12-hour shipping and someone just gets it magically. No, they
Well,
won't be on
There are
Saturday.
people who are going
Yeah,
to
there's
get it
people that are
quickly.
going to get it quicker
Yeah.
than others because they'll live closer to us.
And we're hoping that, one of the things we're saying is that, if you buy something for yourself, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I got this for myself. It's never a surprise. This is a way that you can buy something for yourself that's a surprise.
Yep.
I love that.
And now we're hoping that people who get it a bit quicker than other people play along.
And everybody's been super nice in the past.
Yeah,
so
and that
see.
they
If you're worried about somebody spilling it, just stay on social media
La,
for a
la, la,
couple
la, la.
days.
It's like when a new Marvel movie comes out. You're like,
I
nope,
don't wanna know the
nope,
ending.
nope. Is it sweet or savory, Miriam?
Don't tell.
It says on
I'm
the
not gonna
product
tell.
page that it is a sweet flavor.
Fine, it's sweet.
Yep.
Well, you know what? We have some people saying that they love surprises.
Yep.
I think that's wonderful. We are launching it at 7 p.m. So we're 5 hours ahead of you.
Okay.
7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific is when it'll be available to launch.
Is
And
that Thursday night?
yes, that's Thursday
Okay,
night.
cool.
So
Eastern
we did,
time?
yes, it's Eastern time. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. I'm like, I have it down. And we are because the holiday bundle was so successful, and people just loved it. Like, it's just such a nice little present, almost like getting a holiday bundle. We made a bundle in Canada.
Nice.
And
Nice.
it's so cute. It's got like gingerbread and eggnog. And on Thursday, it will have the mystery flavor in it.
Okay.
Nice.
But the graphic has all the ones that you get and then mystery flavor.
Mystery flavor.
What is it? Oh, hi, Neha, Chris Miriam. Hi.
Hi.
I love this. We have buying Keto Chow at 12 a.m. Friday morning. Sandy's ready.
Good job. Well, and now you guys got a bunch of the blueberry pie. Are you sold out of that already?
So we were sold out and we had held some aside. And
Okay.
what we held aside, we put back in stock.
Nice. Okay. But so
'Cause
you don't have any right now, right?
I think we have a few left. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because we
Ooh.
just put them back yesterday.
Okay. Sorry. I just said LaShawn says if it's butter pecan, Chris, I will kiss you to death. That's funny. Well, Anyway, so with the blueberry pie, we were not expecting it to sell as quickly as it did here in the States. And I'm assuming your guys has sold really quickly as well.
Yeah.
The mystery flavor, honestly, I think it's going to be sold out before anybody finds out what it is. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Just throwing
I
that out there.
Yeah, I would say the same. So you guys have a limit of 21, if that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
We have a limit of 10.
Okay.
So we've been a little bit strict with it this time because we had some people, like we had an order that came in for 30 blueberry keto chows.
Oh, okay.
So we felt really bad, but we refunded 20 because
Oh.
it's just unfair. So we're just trying to make
Yeah.
sure that everyone can get enough. So we are keeping our limit at 10, and then we're going to keep but people are buying the 10. They're just like excited. They're like, give me all 10. Like, just give me all 10. Should I order 21? Is that good? Okay.
I mean, you can if you want to.
The questions are coming in.
And Sarah wants to know about buying some blueberry pie. We, here in the U.S., we will have blueberry pie as soon as the production run completes again.
Next year. So,
it more than likely will be
anytime
sometime
soon.
early 2023.
So if you want blueberry pie, move to Canada and buy it from Switch.
Yeah, but we're bringing back big bags.
Someday.
So I don't know if you guys knew that. I don't know if we told you.
I didn't, but I saw it on one of your lives. Actually, I think Brian told me. Brian knows.
Okay.
He told me.
I'm a terrible person and I don't tell you guys enough information, so I'm sorry.
It's all good. You guys, I'm just looking at our stock of blueberry pie. We have blueberry pie.
Ooh.
We put it in stock yesterday, and it is at 10% off because our whole site is at 10%.
What?
Right.
That's crazy.
It's pretty amazing. And I'm drinking it, and it's almost done, but it is like, it's actually one of my favorite flavors. But Brian, so for those of you who don't know, Brian is my co-founder and my husband. So we're actually also a husband-wife team. But he told me I can't have any. So I was only allowed 2 from this batch. He's just
I
like,
don't think I had any from our batch. I don't think I had a single one.
I got 3 from the most current batch, and they all went into ice cream. And we had the last one on Sunday, and we shared it with Amy Berger.
That's right. We had.
oh, wow.
We had dinner with her, and because her flight wasn't flying out until like super late, like 11 o'clock p.m. And I'm like, Amy, just come hang out with us.
And have dinner with our
You can work on your computer. We'll have dinner. And then it was all done, and I'm
parents.
like, have you ever had a Ninja CREAMi before? She was like, a what? I thought that was a coffee maker.
Yeah.
And so we made up the last blueberry pie that I had, and we had Ninja CREAMi ice cream.
Amazing.
Now we, us and you and Brian had talked about the Ninja CREAMi.
Yep.
And you just went out and bought one, right?
Yep. Brian ordered it like pretty much while we were in the meeting.
Yep. And is it one of those things that you have to have? No. But
Of course not.
is it a way that you can take Keto Chow and make it into ice cream and have ice cream for dinner? Like, it's amazing.
It's pretty amazing. And so I wanted to go to Amanda's question because that is one of our questions.
Yep.
Which is in the last month, I would say, Chris, we've had a bunch of new people come to Switch, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And they are just interested in still kind of understanding a little bit more about Keto Chow and how to make it.
Okay.
So I think it'd be great if we can answer Amanda's question of what's the simplest way to make a Keto Chow? How do you start?
Okay. So like the blueberry pie you have there.
Yeah.
There's 2 main ways you can mix up Keto Chow. There are a multitude of other ways, but the primary ways that most people will do, I'll tell the one, and Miriam, you get to explain the other because I tend to dominate these conversations. So
like your voice.
you take a shaker bottle, you put 4 ounces or about 118 milliliters, 100 milliliters of heavy cream into there. You put in a packet or a scoop. There it is. Right, nice. packet or a scoop of Keto Chow, and then water up to about where the lid screws on, to the bottom of the threads. And then you just shake it up. Hey, there's a packet. Gingerbread, nice.
Oh, that's a good
Okay.
flavor too.
So
Shake it up.
How much water did you say?
So I honestly don't measure it. The blender bottle there has lines on the side.
Yeah.
So like I'm putting in, like I don't even use a measuring cup. So
Okay.
flip it around. You can't see it very well. So I actually take
video.
a black marker and I draw in the lines so it's easier to see.
Nice.
And but put in like 100 milliliters of heavy cream. Just
Which is 4 ounces.
yeah, which that may not be the perfect amount for you or for the listening audience, but if you're just trying stuff out, it's a good way to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I put in the heavy cream first, then the powder, then the water. But
Okay.
you can change that order up. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And then you just shake it really good.
Yeah. And you said 4 ounces of heavy. This is amazing. I have everything.
Yeah.
Heavy cream.
Well, hold on. Now, hold on a second. Put
Yeah.
the water back into there.
Okay. Hold on. I'll chew it.
Yeah, and then use the measuring things on the side of the container. Like super easy. You don't even have to
yeah.
get a.
Okay. I never even knew this.
Well, they're so faint. That's why I
Hard to
said you
see.
take a
Yeah, we
marker
just take
and
a
you
marker
draw
and
them
you draw
in.
the line
Okay, so I put in the
On the
heavy
4
cream,
ounces.
right?
Yep.
Here we go.
to
This is
4
amazing.
ounces.
I'm at 4 ounces. Okay.
Okay. Now put in the Keto Chow.
Okay. I'm like I never tear it. Do you guys tear it or cut it?
I tear it.
Tap it on the
Yeah,
ground
'cause
to
I
get
don't
it
wanna
all
lose
out of the
any
top.
it in the top, kind of dang it.
We are
And then I
getting-
usually just tear it.
We're getting all your trips and tricks, so I'm like excited. Okay.
Then you
Now
just
I
dump
put
that
it
in. Yep.
Okay. See, Amanda, you asked me this question and I'm taking care of it.
Shauna says I use scissors.
Oh, do you- So I also use scissors. Okay, I have
Okay.
it.
I just tear
Okay.
it.
Now fill it up with water to about that ring.
Okay.
You can put less. You can put more. You got water in that measuring
Oh
cup.
yeah, I do.
So, yeah, there you go. Now
me
that
see.
might not be enough. I don't know. If you don't put in enough, it tends to be thick and salty,
Yep, sometimes.
Yeah.
which is the #1 complaint that we get from people. They're like, "Oh, it's too salty." I'm like, "Add more water." Anyway, now put the lid on.
Yeah.
Make sure the lid is closed.
Shake, shake, shake.
I cannot stress this enough. Make sure the lid is closed. Smack it. Anyway, and then just shake it up really good.
Okay.
Yep. Now
Doing
it's gonna take about 15 minutes for the vitamins and the protein to fully dissolve.
Okay.
That's a taste thing. If you drink it right now, you may actually be like, wow, this tastes really good.
Super good.
But if you leave it, usually in the fridge, for at least 15 minutes, it's going to have a better flavor. It's not a nutrition thing. It's not a requirement. It's not going to kill you or make your dog fall over or change the color of your
Pushing
hair.
over dogs now?
I know, right? It just tastes better. And people have told me that they like stuff to taste good.
Weird.
So stick it in the fridge. Let it think about what it's done. In at least 15 minutes, preferably 30, even better overnight. When you pull it out, it's just going to be amazing.
Okay. Hey Google, set timer for 15 minutes. We can do this.
15
Now everyone's going to be like, what? What?
Why is it
Everyone,
going off?
whenever I do that, everyone's Googles goes like they just
Yeah.
go off, and I feel so bad. But that was
So-
you know what? That was really amazing because I complicate it. To be honest,
Okay.
I just complicate it because I love adding things and like taking things out, like whatever the case is. But I will say one thing, which is it works out to about the water works up out to about 2 cups.
Yeah.
That's what I had in
It's pretty
here,
close. Mhm.
right? But I make it in the Vitamix
Okay. So
Nice.
that's the other way to do it.
because I do 3 or 4 at a time.
Yeah, yeah, we do.
And then
3 at a
I have
time.
them all for the week. So I make 4 to 5 lunches in just pretty much 15 minutes. I stick all of them. And then I always tell like our customer experience manager, Parina, she always tells everyone that the founder says which you guys said it's the best on day 4.
I would agree with that.
I think you're
yes.
right. Yeah.
So that's why I put them in the fridge. And then the first day, the second day, the third day, they just taste better and better.
Yep.
And I have pretty much lunch. Sometimes I have lunch Monday to Friday, pretty much already. So do you want to talk about the Vitamix Way, Miriam?
Yeah, but one thing I just did think about was that we like to tell people to keep them in the fridge for 6 days, no longer than 6 days.
Yeah, they keep up to 6 days.
Okay.
They actually sometimes keep longer.
Yeah,
but
it's a good
yeah.
thing to pay attention to. So if you mix them up at the beginning of the week, then by the end of the week, you should be done.
Sometimes we make 15 or 20 at a time.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And so efficient.
And sometimes we put them into mason jars because if you have a lot of those, it stores really well. So
I'm actually out of my shakers.
So the Vitamix Way that we do it with melted butter. And I take and figure out what 3 times the amount of butter I want in. I put it into a glass dish and microwave it till it's melted. And then I use warm water from the tap, which is just warm, like it's not super hot, but it's not
warm
cold.
enough to melt butter.
Yep. And then I put the butter, the Keto Chow, and then the water in, and then stir the Vitamix. And then I just make sure that there's not stuff stuck on the sides too. So.
Okay, so what happens to the butter when you put it into a glass jar and put it in the refrigerator? Does it solidify?
As long as the water is warm enough that it didn't make the butter cold, then it'll mix all together really well. The acacia gum is an emulsifier, and so it puts everything together and just magics it, so you don't have these butter clumps.
Yep. Now, what happens if, for some reason, you do get clumps of delicious butter?
Then you pour it into a mug and put it in the microwave and heat it up and drink it warm.
So you can have hot chocolate or hot mint chocolate?
Yeah.
Hot strawberry is weird, but...
I've had hot strawberry before. Hot salted caramel is good too.
Yeah.
But when you know what you can do, you can just pour it back in, warm it up, pour it back in, shake it up, put it back in the fridge, and then it shouldn't be chunky anymore.
I like that. We have a request from Canada. Make a butter tart flavor for us Canadians. I had to put that up.
I've never had butter tarts.
What's a butter tart?
I don't know.
You've never had a butter tart?
Never had a butter tart.
No.
Okay, so
we're
gonna
come
come,
or something.
You're gonna come, and we're gonna come, and then you guys are gonna have butter tarts.
Well, that's one of the questions that we're going to get to. You want to know when we're coming to Canada, so we need to figure that out. But
so So I think the other question, and I'm going to go back to the top, we'll come back to the Ninja CREAMi, is it's, inflation, recession, all of these topics are top of mind for everybody.
Yep.
And I wanted to kind of talk to you about what do you two as parents, as business owners, and as the people behind Keto Chow, what do you see as the core value of Keto Chow that it brings to people?
Okay, so we have a mission statement that we have written up. I can't remember it exactly, but
I wonder if I can find that.
It says something like Keto Chow is a company that you're gonna find it. Just say it. It's too many words for me to remember.
I get it.
Yeah, our purpose is to give people tools that they can use to live the life they want to live, right? It's not to tell you what to do or keto police you or make you have a shake or anything like that. It's just to provide opportunity, tools, resources, whatever, to help you live a better life if you choose to use those tools.
Yeah. I've almost found it. For some reason, it's
on your work computer?
No, it's a... Oh,
there
it
it
is. PNG file.
You found it. Okay, do you want me to read it? You don't have to share.
Now you'll have to, Neha, you'll have to add it as a source.
Oh, I'll have to. Yes.
Yeah.
Let me do it. There you go.
There we go. So Keto Chow was founded to simplify health with the ultimate aim of enabling people to succeed with their goals and live the lifestyle they want to live. We're open, honest, and fun, the way we wish all companies were. We make keto easy by providing a product that's easy to use, delicious, and nutritious. A community that inspires, educates, and connects people to each other and themselves. A company that supports, listens to, and values their customers and employees.
So there you go.
See, that's a lot of words to remember.
You guys, I think that made me almost tear up. So as a customer, as well as someone who sells the shakes, for me, it's the core thing is somebody that I trust has done all the research to make sure how much protein do I need? What vitamins do I need? Like, I don't have the time to do that. That's not what, and I wouldn't even know where to start, right? So that's one thing where I'm just like, okay, somebody has done all this research. Every ingredient in here is chosen. And it's just, I have it, and it's pretty much either my dinner, my lunch, or breakfast. I don't have to think about it. And then the second thing for me is just how much time it's given me back. It's given me back so much time.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
is that as important with your little children?
Oh, it's so nice. Thank you for doing this live. It's super nice to see the faces behind the company. Makes it more personable.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, one of the things I wanted to point out, to kind of to sum up the mission statement, is Miriam and I think that the best thing that people could have is probably meat, bunch of beef,
some butter on top,
like
bacon
smoked
on top,
brisket or whatever.
cheese on top.
We would prefer that you eat that instead of Keto Chow, to be frank and honest. Do people always have the time to prepare that? That's the issue, though. And so if you're faced with the choice of, I don't know what to eat, I don't have time for this, I have a meeting I need to get to, and I need to have something, that's kind of what Keto Chow is designed for. It's like autopilot for a meal or two. Or your spouse is out of town and you just don't want to cook. And you're going to have Keto Chow for 3 meals a day. Is that something that we recommend? No. Is it designed so that you can do that? Yes. And so that's kind of the whole genesis. That's the reason why we do it. And we like to enable people to not have to sacrifice health and nutrition simply because they do not have the energy or the expertise.
Or if you do have the expertise, you just don't want to.
Yeah.
Or you want to do it at certain times. One thing that I use Keto Chow for is the meals that I'm going to have by myself. Like, if I have people with me, I want to have a delicious meal, and I want to sit down and I want to take a ton of time and talk to people and enjoy that experience. But if I'm just running out the door, like, I don't want to take the time to make super huge meals sometimes. I just want to be quick and then go do what I need to do.
There you go.
I love it. So I guess my next question would be budgeting. So how would you, if someone's on a budget, which many people are right now, we all know there have been price increases in Keto Chow, but also everything else like butter and cream, like all of these things, eggs, all of these things are up. How would you recommend that someone on a budget can get the best use of Keto Chow in their life?
Okay, so this is really good. I think a lot of times people feel like Keto Chow is outside of their budget, at their food budget, but you're replacing something that you're not purchasing, right? So it actually should be inside your food budget because it's part of the food you're going to be consuming. So if you look at your meals for your $30 for the week or whatever it is for the week, and you say, okay, well, I want to have 3 Keto Chows, then it's just part of your budget. So...
Well, one of the meals that we honestly have around our house more often than anything else is taco guts.
Oh, yeah.
Taco guts, we go to a big box warehouse store, whatever, and we buy the 10-pound, the 5-kilo chub of ground beef.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we stick it into a giant pot with, we just throw in some spices. We don't use taco seasoning because taco seasoning always has junk in it.
So we make it with the seasonings that are
cumin,
made from taco seasoning.
what's it called? chili powder, some onion powders, garlic, salt, pepper. And I have not ever measured the spices. I literally just go,
throw it in.
yeah, that's good. And we usually get the 90-10, which is a little bit more expensive, but here's the thing. With the 90-10, I don't have to drain the meat, because one of the things we do at the very end is for every about 5 pounds of meat,
which is a lot,
I will add a serving of the taco soup Keto Chow. So Miriam talked earlier about how the butter, we use this stuff called acacia gum that allows the fat to mix with the water. It's an emulsifier.
I said magically.
Yeah, magic. That same stuff is in the taco soup Keto Chow.
Yeah.
And so normally when you cook up the meat, you end up with this water and fat that's rendered out. You put either the beef soup base or the taco soup into the meat, and all of a sudden all the stuff that cooked out turns into this amazing gravy sauce that's all over the meat. And so you're not having to drain any of that stuff off. And now you've got this big pot of taco meat. And then everybody gets a bowl or a plate, and they make a mound of taco meat, and they put sour cream and maybe some avocado, and it's all the stuff that's in tacos, but it's just the guts.
Yep. And then what's so nice too is you can take, if you buy the meat like that, it's less expensive, right? And you can take and put it into containers and stick it in the freezer, and then you can be like, Wednesday's taco day or Tuesday's taco day, and then have 6 containers in your freezer, and you've put that into your budget as well.
So, but coming back to your original question about budgeting. So we do that because it's an inexpensive, delicious, really good meal for the family. Okay? Alternatively, when I leave at a super early hour in the morning to go to work, I have 2 choices, kind of. I can grab something I meal prepped. I guess it's several choices. I can grab a Keto Chow that I pre-prepared.
Probably.
Or I can go to a restaurant and eat food there.
Yeah, and then spend $7 for a meal.
Yeah,
right?
or more. So how much does that meal cost? And that is what you're replacing with Keto Chow, is one of those meals where you're going out, you're getting, the bunless burger, or you're getting the beef tallow fried chicken wings, which are delicious.
Yum.
Ooh, yeah.
But how much does that cost?
Right.
Versus how much does a meal of Keto Chow cost? Now, in the individual packets of Keto Chow, it is fairly expensive. It's not ground beef inexpensive.
Yeah.
But it's also not nearly as expensive as going out for dinner or going out for lunch.
Yep.
If you get it in the big bags,
That's less expensive.
it's significantly less expensive. It costs us quite a bit to put it into the individual packets. The big bags are designed, people are all the time, they're like, hey, can I get a 10-serving package of Keto Chow? It's like, no. We make the single and we make the 21, and that's it, because we want to optimize the economy of it as much as possible. Like those bags, you probably know this from shipping those. Those bags fit into boxes like a dream.
Yes, they do.
They mold in, you can fit them in there, and you're able to ship the stuff out and keep the costs down. Hey, 15 minutes. You're able to keep the costs down a lot because of those bags. And so that's why we just make it in the 2 sizes.
Yep.
1, best economy. 1, try all the different flavors, see what you like, get the big bags if we have them available.
Yep.
I love it. I will say also the $7 doesn't apply in Canada. That's $7 US.
Sorry, 7 US.
And so, and 15 Canadian is what you would pay if you ate lunch out. It's
Doesn't
pretty.
that feel so expensive? Ouch. 15.
It does. Okay, so now I'm going to welcome my co-founder Brian and my husband
Okay.
how he made the Keto Chow Ninja CREAMi. Ninja CREAMi should sponsor the show if anyone from Ninja CREAMi.
Right.
I know. Gosh, we need to get a
Like,
Keto
guys,
Chow branded
Because
Ninja
of the
CREAMi.
last show.
we bought it because of the last show.
That's right.
Hello.
Hi.
So please explain how you made Keto Chow ice cream. Please show the Keto Chow ice cream that is now finished.
There's not much left.
Did you put bacon bits in it?
Next time.
Ew.
What do you mean, ooh? It's delicious.
Chocolate peanut butter. You know what? Maybe.
See, I like to put
Yeah.
peanuts in there
Yeah, I have to
and
try
some
that.
bacon bits, and then, yeah, it's delicious. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I have to try that.
Chris, he tries everything you recommend, so you're
I have
getting
another one in the freezer.
so you need to stop giving your ideas.
Right?
Okay, how did we make this?
You just make it like normal keto chow.
So what did you do?
Make keto chow like you just did.
Yeah.
Pour it into here. Let it freeze. Pull it out. I always pour cream or something on top, so that it makes. I like it more creamy.
Okay.
Okay.
And then throw it in the Ninja CREAMi and let it go.
And this is the Ninja CREAMi. So I'm just going to show people so that they can see how
looks
much
like a
room it
coffee
takes.
maker.
Right? So this is our Nespresso frother. This is our, what is this, Brian? Our soda stream.
Nice.
And now it's fit. And what setting did you put it at, Brian?
I think I use light ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay, so he used, is that the one you guys
Yeah.
use?
I normally do light ice
We do
cream,
it.
light
Light
ice
ice
cream, respin, done.
Okay, got it. But this is ice cream, sorbet, light ice cream, smoothie bowl, milkshake, gelato,
Yeah.
and
I only use 2 buttons on that thing.
light ice cream. Okay, well, we thank you. Can I have some? Can we at least show people how it turned out?
It's a little melted now.
Yeah.
It's a little melted because we had it before
so
the
it's
show.
Kind of soft serve ice cream.
It's now soft serve
Yeah.
ice cream because we melted it, but it's really delicious. And like for me, sometimes after having a shake, I really like this method because then you can feel like you ate
Yeah.
something. You know what I
It
mean?
takes longer,
That like
too.
feeling. It takes longer for
Mhm.
sure. And yeah, that is how. So I think this will be a nice time to request a recipe for ice cream from you guys.
Okay. More than just make keto chow, dump it in the bowl.
Yeah.
You know what? Everyone wants step by step.
Okay.
Just more helpful. But it's because we could do.
No. He just talked about bacon. I want a recipe with bacon.
Okay, I'll do it. And
Talk about
I
the
just
bacon.
bought a head mount for GoPro, so I'll film it from my perspective.
Wow, and I will take a picture of you looking dorky.
That's like all the time.
I'd
What
like
are you
that.
talking about?
Okay, you made me lose my train of thought because I had another question about
Recipe.
the ice cream.
Mm.
Oh, Brian, can you describe butter tart? Because all the Americans on the chat are saying that they have never heard of butter tarts.
A butter tart it's a pastry shell and like cinnamon, sugar,
Yes.
gooey.
Maple?
Yes, maple. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Maple, sugar, gooey in the middle.
Wow.
You
And
you
some
Canadians
people-
and your maple.
Some people put raisins in there. You don't want raisins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raisins? Oh, I
want
love
the
raisins.
raisins.
I don't eat raisins, but I used to eat raisins.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just overly sweet, gooey.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So while we're on the topic of trying, let's try the gingerbread.
Yep. It's been 15 minutes.
Because Deborah is asking, can we try the gingerbread? So
Yep.
do you shake it up, Chris, when you take it out of the fridge?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and the funny
don't
thing is, you really don't
really
need
to.
to.
I think it's just because it's in the bottle. You
Yeah.
just shake it
Now,
because it's in the bottle.
When you pop the lid, you have to lick off the thing, or else you're gonna
Get it on
get it
your
on your
nose.
nose. There it is.
Okay. It was on there.
Yep.
Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to have a sip. I'm kind of in shock.
Okay. Have you not had gingerbread before?
So I have, but I've never done the 15-minute
Oh,
method.
okay.
Mm.
Well, you always
Still
drink it
tastes
right
I
away.
good,
always-
right?
No, I always Vitamix it.
Oh, okay.
So I gotta say, the shaking is pretty close.
Yeah.
Brian does the shake for his shakes, and I do the Vitamix for mine, but it's really good.
Yeah. Well, and
It's almost like a Vitamix.
And there have been times where I got to work. Actually, this happened last week. One of my daughters works for Keto Chow. She works on the assembly team where they put together all the bundles and stuff. And I got a text message from her, and she said, "Do you have anything I can have for
forgot
lunch?"
My lunch, Dad.
And I said, "I do have an empty blender bottle and a packet of chocolate peanut butter Keto Chow. Do you want that for lunch?" And she said, "Yes."
Yes.
So I took 45 seconds,
Yeah,
literally,
It's so fast.
to dump some heavy cream, put in it actually took more time to add the water to the thing
Yeah, you had to get
because
the water.
there was a lot of air in the water. Then I shook it up, stuck it in the fridge, and about 15 minutes later, she came upstairs looking for her chocolate peanut butter, and it was ready to go.
Magic.
And so that's again, one of the reasons why we make Keto Chow. And it's delicious enough that even people who don't do keto will enjoy it,
Yep.
and they're getting less sugar.
Yeah.
Like, that's always a good thing, right? Now, Keto Chow is not indicated for use by children, nursing, or pregnant women. Please consult your doctor before starting any dietary thing.
Thing.
I actually,
Sorry, that was the lawyer.
speaking of which, include the gingerbread. It's really good. It's soft and creamy. The texture's good. We had a recommendation that gingerbread with butter hot is really good.
Oh, yeah.
It is
That's really good. And
totally
it's,
exceptionally good.
yeah.
totally agree with that.
Yep.
I think this would be, because this is like, I didn't use cold water, and I really, really like it. But
You got a mug? Pour it into a mug. Heat it up right
in the
now.
microwave.
Do it.
oh,
Put it in the microwave.
I don't have a microwave.
Okay, fine.
Wink, wink. Go ahead and give the kiddies Keto Chow. So
My kids drink it.
So on that note, we have a 3-year-old who refuses to eat any protein for the last 3 months.
Oh, wow.
In meat. He's just like,
Yeah.
ew, gross. I don't want it. So he's just going through a phase. Guess what we give him?
It's better than dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets.
Yeah, like at some point, I'm just like, we need to get something into him. So Brian makes Keto Chow ice cream, and he calls it cream. Like, and then we're just like, whoa, it's kind of where I think it was on a live that I heard, which is like, what is the best option? Am I going to get him McDonald's? And there's, like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
So the gingerbread's amazing, but question that was not on the list is about diabetes. So you guys know that I had gestational diabetes with Mason. I also now have my A1C is in the pre-diabetic range. Part of it, my doctor just tells me, is good luck, genes, Indian genes.
Yeah.
And I was like, thanks so much. I really appreciate that. Because Brian's A1C is a whole point lower than mine, and we eat the same things. So It's true. He's genetically, he even apologized to me. He's like, I'm really sorry. I'm like, it's not your fault. It is what it is. So could we talk about, do you guys have customers who have diabetes or are predisposed to diabetes who have, tried Keto Chow? Have you guys tested your blood sugar with Keto Chow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've tested our blood sugar lots. We don't have diabetes, and so it doesn't raise probably as much as the diabetics would.
Yep.
But we have a good friend who lives across the street who's a type 1 diabetic, and she says she does still need to use insulin when she does Keto Chow, but she
That's
really
just because
likes
of the protein.
how slow it is to raise. And so it's a lot easier for her to keep on it. Like if she knows she's going to have it, she knows, okay, well, within an hour or something, then I'll have insulin just like anything else. But it's only like a little bit.
It's a little tiny bit. Like she has to use insulin when she eats a steak.
Yeah,
So,
and eggs.
Well, of
and
course,
things.
she's type 1.
yeah. As far as type 2 goes, we have a preponderance of customers who were diagnosed type 2 diabetic and no longer have to use exogenous insulin to treat their previously diagnosed diabetes. I'm trying to not run afoul of any. You can't say stuff cures diabetes because, you know, they might get mad at you. But a lot of people have put their diabetes in remission, not just with Keto Chow, but with the keto diet in general. And it's really amazing. And a lot of them, well, Miriam and I have both, just for kind of kicks and giggles, worn a continuous glucose monitor.
Yep.
Yeah.
For me, eating Keto Chow 3 meals a day with a continuous glucose monitor is really boring because it's just like...
It's just a flat line. Yeah.
It spikes in the morning with the dawn phenomenon,
Spikes
but
if he gets mad.
it goes really high if you're teaching a teenager how to drive.
Yeah, that's dangerous for your blood sugar. I would not recommend.
And LaShawn says, I have it and it doesn't raise my blood sugar. So
Yeah,
there you
perfect.
go.
And Lisa said the same thing.
Yep.
Doesn't affect my sugar, and I'm type 2.
Yeah. So I'll say for me, I've also tested. So I always encourage, like we get these questions all the time, and I always encourage everyone, test your blood sugar with everything. If of course, if you're severely insulin resistant, you know, which I have been before, anything, sometimes lots of things will raise, right? Food will raise your blood sugar because that's just how it is. But yeah, I wish I had it in my last pregnancy because it would have really helped me. Like it just personally, again, not speaking as somebody who sells Keto Chow, just from a personal experience. Again, be careful. So we always tell our customers, just test your blood sugar, see how it is. But it's really good to get your perspective on that. Thank you.
Yep, and then just one more thing to remember when testing is just change one variable at once. So if you're going to test Keto Chow, don't test Keto Chow and peanuts at the same time. Like, just test one thing.
Fine.
You know, I'm just feeling really inspired by everyone who are, you know, talking about 4.9 A1C visual
That's
keto.
amazing.
I'm such a huge fan of you. I am currently 6.4, so I am working on it, and I appreciate all the inspiration that you guys are giving me. Air Frying Auntie asked about if we carry Lily's sugar-free chocolate chips. So because our store is focused on carrying products that are hard to find, Lily's was actually acquired by Hershey's.
Oh, okay.
And so it's just more easily available in Canada at different stores. So the ones that we carry that we've been carrying for a while, high quality chocolate, is Coco Polo. We carry Coco Polo chocolate chips in our store at Coco Polo Chocolate, and they're actually from they're 3 founders in their 60s who worked in the chocolate industry for 25 years. So it's pretty
really?
nice. Yeah, they created the chocolate because one of their dad is diabetic. Oh my gosh, I was 9.2 keto.
Wow.
9. Okay, wow. Can we just celebrate people? Like,
Yay, Gina!
that's amazing. We just need to like clap for people. My husband is diabetic. He started the ketogenic lifestyle with me. He was removed off his meds by the doctor, but the doctor didn't know he was doing keto. Interesting.
You're like, I'm just eating less sugar.
That's right. That's true.
Okay, so my next question is about, we've talked about the savory flavors. So we sell less of the savory flavors than the sweet flavors.
As do we.
So I wanted to ask, we're going into winter, Christmas, and then we're going into January, February, March. Could you give us some examples? You gave us the meat, the guts.
Yep, taco guts.
The taco guts. Could you give us an example of an easy one of how to use the soups?
You want to tell them about the
So
tomato?
there's a lot of different soup recipes that we have on our website that use the soups. And can I just tell you, I have the little Pyrex glass dishes, and all of the soups just freeze so well. And you can just make a big batch, put a half of it into those containers, and then that's your lunches for the week. So you can just grab those out. They thaw really easily. We have like jalapeno popper soup. We have like a tomato basil.
I love
Yeah, a bunch on the website.
We have drop biscuits you can make with the chicken. Like, you can mix it up just like you did with the gingerbread. Like, literally
you can
like
do
that. And with warm or hot water. And except because you're using the warm water, you don't need to let it sit.
Yeah.
So it dissolves the vitamins immediately. And you can literally just like drink it out of the blender bottle. I've done that so many times, it's silly.
Wait, can I do that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that would be amazing. Because
So
that'd be
I mean, you
great.
can.
I've never done that.
You can even make it that way and throw some already cooked ground beef and a little handful of cheese in there
Yeah.
and instant soup.
Well, that's why the taco soup base says base, because we assume you're going to throw in some stuff into it. So you can do that. It's designed so you can do that. Or you can, for instance, the tomato basil.
Right.
One of the things we make with the tomato basil more than just about anything else is
chaffles.
So Dash has these little mini,
waffle
makers.
Maker.
So it is
three
eggs,
one
cup
of cheese,
mozzarella, shredded mozzarella,
but you can use whatever cheese you want,
and a scoop of whatever flavor keto chow you want.
Yep.
But with the tomato basil,
it makes good little tiny pizzas. You just put those tiny
little
baby
pizza crust.
pepperonis on there, and they also freeze really well.
Or you can put cheese on them and have a grilled cheese sandwich with tomato soup in it.
It's really good.
Okay,
really good.
I'm gonna get Brian.
They're really good.
Thanks for me. This sounds amazing.
Yeah, but any flavor will work on that. With the chicken, we make the drop biscuit recipe with the chicken more than any other recipe with the chicken. Like, it's insanely good. Like, we'll go camping and we'll make biscuits and gravy.
Yep.
So good.
I love the biscuits and gravy.
And then the beef, okay, I'm an engineer and I'm super lazy, so I made a recipe I call lazy engineer beef.
He's good with naming things.
You take a crock pot, you take a bunch of chuck roast.
Yeah.
You put the chuck roast in the crock pot.
Yeah.
If you want to, you can add garlic and maybe some salt. Don't add water. You don't need it. Turn it on. Walk away.
Then come back.
At
5 minutes
some
later.
point during the next 24 hours, come back. Or maybe you leave it there for a day or two. Who cares? You come back and you're like, yeah, that's soft. You take the meat out and put it onto a plate and shred it. And then you dump some of the beef soup base
into the drippings.
And it makes that amazing gravy stuff.
Again. Yeah.
And then you put the beef back in, and it's like, well, that was easy. And it's just insanely good.
Yep. Simple.
So,
lazy engineer beef is going to be a hit in our house. I love it. Just the fact that it's even called that.
Yep.
We're selling a lot of electrolytes, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know what's been going on, but we've seen a sharp we keep selling out of electrolytes.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been telling Brian, please order more electrolytes. Yeah. So you source, and this is the best thing I love about you guys. You do more than the shakes. That's why I wanted to talk about the savory today, and then I want to talk about the supplements. So you have electrolytes, magnesium. How do you source them? Why was that important to you?
You're the one that did it. We were at a show, and Miriam's like,
the guy that was displaying them.
Across from us.
They had no sugar or sweetener or anything in it. It's just like literally liquid salt mixed with water, and it's
liquid magnesium.
Yeah.
Well, one of the biggest problems with like magnesium, especially, is that the form of magnesium that you usually find in a magnesium. Oh, and to answer LaShawn's, no, it will not burn without water in the crock pot. The water comes out. It does not burn at all. Anyway, magnesium, the type of magnesium that you tend to get when you just go to the grocery store and buy a magnesium supplement is magnesium oxide, which is paint.
Sometimes you'll get magnesium citrate.
Which is a laxative.
Better than paint.
Well, the stuff that these guys had it's already in a liquid form.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's the ionic version. Your body absorbs it like crazy. Like LaShawn points out, it is nasty.
Tastes horrible.
Tastes like fire.
It tastes
because
so bad.
it's like elemental magnesium. It's very bitter.
But it works so flippin' good.
But there it is. But we don't add, and you actually don't even need to shake it up because it's not like it's got stuff settling to the bottom.
Yeah,
it doesn't
you need
have
to shake
grit
it up
in
if
there.
you put it in your drink because then it's going to be all at the bottom.
But it doesn't have any flavors added. It doesn't have any extra stuff. Miriam does a shot of it,
I learned
just
this
like you're
from
doing.
Miriam.
Yeah.
And it's very bitter.
Yeah. It tastes horrible, but then it's gone. Like,
Yep.
How much do you put in? I know that's like individual, but what would you guys do?
probably close to
Yeah,
what
that's
you
good.
had. So we use the little tiny one
Yeah.
and use the cap as a measuring
You do. I
device.
just dump it in there.
I
Yeah,
dump
well, I
it too.
used to, but now I dump it in. But it's hard to say how many. So
Yep.
yeah, I just kind of dump it. I do about maybe this much in my cup. That's about the same size as the little glass you have.
Okay, I'm
And
gonna
so-
go for it.
Okay, get ready to drink some more water afterwards.
It's not bad.
Well, and you can
Not bad.
tell it's so interesting how like my body's so used to it. I can tell if I'm low in magnesium if it doesn't have a taste. If that magnesium
Yeah.
doesn't have a taste, or if it tastes good, I definitely am missing something in my diet. So
Yep.
it's interesting how your body's like, hold on, you need a little bit more of that delicious stuff. And you're like, what? That tastes like fire. I don't think it's delicious. But then it does, and it's like you're obviously missing some.
Yep.
Well, thank you, because it actually tasted nice to me, so that probably means
Okay.
I'm more easy.
Yeah, probably.
Do the daily minerals negate the need for anything else?
So
Question.
the daily minerals, Dr. Ken Berry came up with a recipe for the daily minerals. Incidentally, the daily minerals has too much potassium
Oh,
for
yeah.
Health Canada.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering. Health Canada thinks that nothing should have more than 99 milligrams of potassium. But he came up with the recipe for the daily minerals because he was tired of taking this potassium supplement and chromium supplement and an iodine supplement and all these other things. The basics for the daily minerals is it's all the stuff that you probably wouldn't get in your diet, a modern diet, because of mineral depletion from the soil.
Okay.
So it just kind of fills that in. It's a good baseline, but primarily it has potassium and magnesium. If you're using Keto Chow very regularly, like 2 or maybe even 3 times a day, like a crazy person, you would not need the daily minerals. But it's a way to eliminate some extra supplements that people might be taking. Yeah.
I love that they don't have a taste to me, because I like the fact that they don't.
Well, they have a taste, but they don't have
Yeah, they don't
flavor.
have a flavor.
That's what I meant. Like sometimes
Yeah.
I don't want the lemon or whatever. So every morning I wake up for anyone who struggles with headaches, this has helped me so much. I do the Keto Chow fasting drops right when I wake up, plus a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, a glass of water, a couple drops magnesium, no headache for the day.
Nice.
And I realized for me, I was taking my electrolytes too late. It was like I
Ah.
already had the headache. It was good done.
Yeah, I could see that.
So then I was doing Tylenol, and I was like, "What is?" And I almost want to shout this from the rooftops, because if someone has struggled, like I've struggled with headaches pretty much for the last 20 years, and this is just in the last 3 months I've figured out that it has to be first thing in the morning. Because
Yeah.
sometimes at the end of the night you're like, "Oh, I never took electrolytes today," so you take out your Keto Chow and you're like, "Oh, I'll just take all my electrolytes now," but it doesn't work. It's almost like, I think it was Megan Ramos who said you have to take it earlier.
Okay. Well, she would know.
During the day for it to work. Are we over time?
No, we're
No,
fine.
no.
LaShawn said, have you thought about doing a supplement with vitamin D3 and K2? I have. The problem with both of those is you have to have fat present in order for those to be absorbed. We have those in Keto Chow. A mineral supplement would need some sort of fat added to it. So we put it in Keto Chow, and that's good enough.
So another point back to the electrolytes,
Yes.
fasting drops and stuff like that. The minerals are all heavier than water.
Or denser, yeah, the
They're
liquid.
more dense than water. So if you fill up an entire glass and let it sit there, all of your minerals will go to the bottom. So if you want to take them and not have to taste the flavor, stick it down a straw and then just drink it up right away. And then the flavor is gone. You're
just
following up
washes right past.
with whatever you're drinking, your water or whatever. And then you don't have it in your drink all day long. So that's if you don't want the magnesium flavor, or if you don't like the fasting drop flavor, or if you just need to, get to your headache right away, and you just want to drink it real fast. It's a good way to get it.
Miriam, you have all the tips and tricks.
That's right.
I want to bottle your brain up. We have 3 more questions.
Yep, go for it.
We can do it. 8, 9, and 10. Today, I called the live Keto Chow founders spill all the tea. So this is part of the tea, which is, could you give us an update? We've had supply chain issues. You know, we get a lot of messages of you're out of stock of this, you're not in stock of this, you're all of the standard. Could you give us an update on flavors that are being discontinued, continued, how you're making those decisions, what you're facing in supply chain?
Okay, so the biggest issue that we've had with supply chain lately was acacia gum. Remember that thing that magically lets the water and everything and the fat mix together? We, up until recently, the formula for Keto Chow was using 5.6 grams of acacia gum. Now, acacia gum is a carbohydrate. You do not digest it, but the bacteria in your stomach does. And when it does that, it actually turns it into short chain fats, which is really interesting. It actually turns it into butyrate, like beta hydroxybutyrate. But for people who are counting total carbs, well, it's like, oh, that's a lot of carbs. Well, also, we were using a lot of it. And it all comes from Sudan. And the whole COVID thing has made it, well, the port got shut down. And so no acacia gum was shipping for almost a year. And we basically ran out. And so we had to look at the different flavors of Keto Chow that were being produced and say,
less and less of certain things.
Okay, if we want to keep chocolate in stock, we need to lower the amount of blueberry that's going to be produced. So in case you're wondering why blueberry ran out.
Right.
Yeah, we just didn't order as much.
Yeah,
as
we only got half of what we
wanted.
originally ordered, and when we got the rest, it sold out again. We did a change to the formulation of Keto Chow where we actually figured out that 1 gram of acacia gum preserves the emulsifying property. So it'll still mix amazing as a Ninja CREAMi. The butter will incorporate all of that stuff.
Just with less acacia gum.
But we can make 5 times as much Keto Chow with the same short supply of acacia gum. You'll be seeing that in version 2.8, by the way.
Which I'm super excited about because I'm doing total carbs right now and I'm doing a really little amount of total carbs. And so just getting Keto Chow in my day has been a little bit hard. So this will be easier.
But so acacia gum is becoming more available now. And so most of the flavors are coming back in stock.
Okay.
That we're maintaining permanently. We still have a lot of seasonal flavors, like the eggnog and the pumpkin spice caramel, which we had a bunch produced, and then people bought it all, and then it runs out of stock. We have some other flavors that people like more in the summer and the springtime, like the root beer float and the orange cream. And as far as deciding which stuff we keep, which stuff we don't, it's kind of based on how well it sells. So we look at and say, okay, well, we came out with, say, the s'mores. I like the s'mores. Some people don't, but I like it. And a lot of other people like it. But it accounted for like less than 1% of our total sales. And so we looked at the sales and we're like, okay, do we keep beating this dead horse and keeping this in stock or making it a seasonal flavor where it comes back? Or do we decide that it was fun to have black licorice and a few people liked it? I was going to say everybody liked it. No, there are a lot of people who...
I liked it.
I liked it too, but there are a lot of people that think I should be in timeout for even coming out with such a thing.
It was so fun.
But we'll let it go, and we'll move on to other flavors, and maybe in a year or two, we'll do another run of it.
Maybe.
But on our website, and I don't know if you guys have copied the information. On our website, when a flavor that is a seasonal flavor or that's out of stock, we have a little more info
Yeah.
that takes you to a page that just
has a big list.
every flavor we have ever had, and whether it is permanent, whether it's coming back in 21 meal bags, all of that. It's just all laid out there.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Well, thank you, and we will definitely do that. We made a
Okay.
bundle called the candy bundle, and it was, so what we do is every season we bundle Keto Chow singles,
Okay.
well, just because flavor, and we in the
Yeah.
summer we had candy in a cup, and black and red licorice were in as part of that,
Nice.
and people love
such
them.
weird flavors. They're such, and they're. It's so funny because
It
you
was
tell
so fun.
people this is red licorice Keto Chow, and they're like,
No, it's
okay,
not.
and then they smell it and they're like, what is this? Because it smells exactly like a red vine, not a Twizzler, but
Yeah.
like a red vine.
Mhm.
Anyway,
I'm laughing because people are making fun of the s'mores, and I'm the person that likes. So I'm the person that likes vanilla. And on the last live, I'll share with everyone that when I said I liked vanilla, both of you asked me, "Well, do you mix something in it?" And I'm like, "No." And I tell Bree on our team that, I tell Brian that, and they just look at me with just boredom. But I just liked s'mores. I like vanilla. I like those types of flavors. So I'm just a little bit different. So that's fine.
raspberry cheesecake. Raspberry cheesecake has been out of stock for months now because of problems with the flavoring.
Yes.
Rob is coming tomorrow
Ooh, good news.
with a test sample of raspberry cheesecake for me to test out.
That could mean we could get it in 6 months.
He apparently flew to the flavor manufacturer and said,
Good job, Rob.
guys, fix this.
Right now.
And so, he's going to come and talk to us tomorrow.
That's
They're
knuckles,
also
knuckles for me. Thanks.
Sorry.
6 months. Sorry, Brian was laughing because he was just like, "Wow, 6 months." It's one of our best-selling flavors too.
Oh yeah, it's
Us too,
amazing.
yeah.
But
It's such a good flavor.
and that's one of the things we actually test every single batch of Keto Chow personally.
Yeah.
To make sure that it tastes as good as the previous stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we don't want people opening up a packet and going, this doesn't taste the same. We have had people who are like, hey, the big bag doesn't taste as good as the individual packets.
Yeah.
Now, most of the time that's because when people are scooping, they're not packing it right.
They're not getting a
so
whole scoop.
instead of giving like a full serving of 50 grams or they get less. So
Okay. That's really good to know. My number 9 question is, this is such a good question to close out with. What are your favorite recipes during the holidays? I'm so excited about this. I can start.
Okay.
I'm excited about the Ninja CREAMi because this is the first holiday. So ice cream is huge in Canada, especially like pies, like pumpkin pie with ice cream or like apple pie with ice cream. So I'm really excited to make a bunch of ice cream and the Ninja CREAMi this holiday and then enjoy that with all my desserts. So over to you. Tell us your ideas.
Do you want to go first? I mean, I have mine. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you go.
Okay. The number one flavor, we have so many recipes of Keto Chow on our site. Now, a lot of that might just be people like to see that there is a recipe. It's kind of an aspirational thing. It's like, I could make that, but frankly, I'm too lazy. I'm just going to make a shake. But the recipe we have made more times than anything else is the spicy pumpkin sausage soup.
Oh, yeah.
Which sounds really weird.
Yeah.
I love that recipe.
I'm just writing that down. Spicy pumpkin.
It's sausage soup.
Do you have pumpkin there that's for sale? Because we're out.
Yeah, we're actually out of stock on the pumpkin now.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
But
we do.
Oh.
We have some.
okay, good. So it's a weird recipe, and I did not expect
I didn't think I was going to like it.
to like it. that kind of pumpkin.
And that's what I thought. I was like, I'm like, yes. I thought you guys were asking, do you have pumpkin in Canada? And I'm like, we have pumpkin. And Brian's like, no, they're asking about pumpkin spice. And I'm like,
The pumpkin spice keto chow.
Yes.
Now you could probably make it with something else, but the pumpkin, actually, you could probably use the apple pie.
I bet you could use apple pie.
But it is just an insanely good recipe. The biggest problem, yeah, Gina had it today. The biggest problem that we have with the pumpkin sausage soup is that we have to make a quadruple batch if we want any leftovers.
Because I said I like to put them in the freezer. And
Yeah,
then
we
I
like
have
to
lunches that are
measure them out because a little teeny ramekin is like super filling. One of our boys,
the big one,
he will eat an entire serving by himself. Like he's hilarious.
Servings.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Is that the pumpkin soup?" No, it's not. No, it's not.
So that's one of my favorite recipes.
Yeah, so it's sausage. It has a canned pumpkin in it, so it's a little bit higher carb. I think it's like 6 carbs per serving. So you can half
I'm willing to make
the
that.
amount of pumpkin that you put in to make it lower in carbs, just so you know. And then sausage, pumpkin. The pumpkin soup has
peppers,
like jalapeno, poblano, peppers, onions.
And it's sweet and it's savory
sweet
and it's spicy and it's
savory. Yeah, in one bite. It's just so good. But that's not a recipe for the holidays, honey.
That is a recipe for the holidays.
No, that's a recipe
It's
for
a
every
soup.
day.
Come on, it's more of a stew. Let's be honest.
It's so good.
I just love right now that Lori is in Mexico and is sharing with us that she's in Mexico for the winter and all the keto chow she took her with her.
Nice.
Check that out. Lori, could we just also join you in Mexico? So Miriam, it's over to you. You got to come. You got to give us. You got to rescue us from the soup recipes and give us the sweet. Give us a sweet recipe for.
Yes. Okay. Well, I really like the pizzelles. I know everybody can't make the pizzelles because you have to have like a pizzelle maker, but I just bought one online and I really like it. But I like the pizzelle recipe. You could put it in a waffle maker, probably. It would just a little while to cook. But that's one of my favorites. I also like the mint meltaways. I really like the mint flavor.
Can you guys hear us okay?
Yeah.
Okay. We were just having it be slow for a second. Yeah. So the mint meltaways is like it's a fat bomb, but it's covered in melted chocolate, and it's called a meltaway because by the time you're done eating it, you've got chocolate on your fingers. So
I was gonna say
it melts.
I want to make that for the neighborhood Christmas party.
Oh, let's. I want you to make it too, so I can eat it.
I'm excited. We also have somebody who's making a pumpkin spice caramel cheesecake tomorrow. Ooh, that sounds yummy.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Ooh, that does sound yummy.
Yeah.
Gingerbread cookies. I am excited to end with one question. When are you coming to Canada?
I don't know.
What do you think?
So we
Miriam?
love events.
I want to go.
And we would love to have you here.
It's pretty cold out.
It's pretty cold. Brian's like, probably not right now. It's pretty cold out. We would love to have you here in 2023 or 2024. You have
Are you still holding meetups?
Canadians. We stopped the last couple of times. There hasn't been one, but now there.
You did one in February.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I did do one. I flew to Sudbury for a meetup, which is an hour flight north or a 4-hour drive. I took the hour flight. So we did one that was our first one this summer in Sudbury. We haven't done one in Toronto yet, but we will. And also, somebody just said Canada is beautiful, which is just another invite for you to come. We would just love to have you.
Right.
Okay,
then
well,
you can
I'll come.
That was so easy. Done. We just open the door tomorrow and Miriam, you show up. You're just like, I'm here. Let's do a meetup now. I love that. Oh, do one in Kelowna. Do a meetup in Kelowna or Vancouver. That would also be really nice. West Coast.
Yeah.
But it's too rainy there. Yeah, I
love
don't
it.
know when we would be able to come.
Yeah.
Well, we're not doing Keto Salt Lake anymore.
Yeah.
Instead, we're doing quarterly meetups. We actually just
Okay.
had one with Serious Keto and Amy Berger, like on Saturday. So, yeah, I don't know. April is a lot more open.
Yeah.
So how are you doing? What are you guys doing for your meetups now?
Well, so with the big conference, the Keto Salt Lake conference, we brought in like 16 different speakers. We did 2 days.
I saw
Um,
that.
And we decided that maybe that wasn't the best way to accomplish the goal that we wanted, which was bringing our local community, or bringing keto to our local community. Also, when you go to these events, a lot of times it's a bit like drinking from the fire hose. Like you just get all of this great information. It's like, so what do I apply? Well, there were 15 different speakers. I don't even remember half of them. So we decided to try kind of a smaller thing where we get one like YouTube personality type, which was Serious Keto, and then we would get one doctory smart type person, which was Amy Berger. And they each give a presentation, and then they get to sit and talk to the people that are there
and answer real world
and answer questions.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, we were going to we live streamed Keto Salt Lake for free. We were gonna keep on doing that, and it was really hard to get people to buy tickets.
Yeah.
And so why not just give up on any what's the word
Formal
where we're-
show.
Yeah, well, we're just not even going to act like we're not going to stream it. We're just going to stream it for free. So
Yeah.
anybody could tune in, watch it on YouTube in real time, watch the presentations, be part of it, get all the talking stuff, and yeah.
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for? It starts with a P.
Presentation.
It's not presentation.
Preston.
No, it's not Preston either. Anyway,
Penelope.
it'll pop into
Please.
my head, and it's not crenellations.
I really like that. Yeah. I mean,
Prestidigitation.
one of our best meetups was when Oscar from I Hack Diabetes interviewed Megan Ramos and Andrea, who runs Crowded Out. So the two of them in Canada, they were both
Yeah.
from the fasting method, and then he interviewed them Q&A. He's someone who's had diabetes, right? So it was a very
Yeah.
powerful interview, and they just stuck around, and everyone just chatted after it and killed them in a Q&A, basically. So I like that format of people coming together and actually getting something from it. I found sometimes when we just did meetups with no speakers, it was a little bit hard to get the group to mix sometimes, you know? So I really like that. I thank you for that idea. Well, Chris and Miriam, it has been a wonderful 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 50 seconds.
Right? It's a long one.
It's a long one, but we got through our 10 questions. And this was so helpful. I can't thank you enough for your time. I'm excited for Black Friday week because this is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Just thank you. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do for all of us keto Canadians, low carb Canadians. And we love you guys. I hope that this gives our crew a chance to see, the two of you, the faces behind the large bags and inspires all of us to make ice cream, basically ice cream and spicy pumpkin sausage soup.
Pumpkin sausage soup. It's amazing.
You might be like, that's better than vanilla now.
I won't. I'm not going to give up my vanilla. We're getting a lot of thank yous from everybody. So we really appreciate you.
Thank you. And thank you for running things in Canada because it sure makes our lives so much better.
I can't tell
knowing
you
that we
what a
can get
relief
Keto
it
Chow
was
up
to
there.
get
Just
you
makes us
guys.
so happy.
Yeah.
It's just so awesome.
Like, it's one of the things that I'm most grateful to John from Keto Bars
Yeah.
was I saw that he
Shout out
was
John.
there, and I was like, how did you get into Canada? He's like, I don't know. I just talked to these guys, and they started carrying it. Because I had been trying to crack the Canada nut for years. And, yeah, it's been so nice to work with SwitchGrocery. So
We love you guys.
And you guys have keto bars now too. I mean, keto bricks now too, right?
Yep. We have keto bricks, and we just launched. It's just funny because John has recommended you guys. You guys
Yep.
recommended Robert from Keto Bricks,
Mhm.
Keto Brick, and then Robert collaborated with Molly from Keto Brains, which is a nootropic creamer, and we just launched that.
Nice.
Nice.
Black Friday. So it all continues. Keto, it's all the K's.
Yep.
That's
The
right.
K on our site, like if you go to by brand, the K, it's
huge.
really full.
Yeah.
And we just launched a local Toronto company called Keto Cookies also. So
Oh,
it's
nice.
just KK. The K is really, huge. So we're getting
Nice.
up there. Well, thank you. I will let you guys go. Have a good night. And
Yeah.
I hope to do this again.
All right. Thank you.
you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Amazing.